afternoon, everybody. Nice to see you again. Here our breaking news from the Club Itaca Roma for the Clubhouse conference that is coming the 18th of November. We are warming up for the conference. My name is Guido Valentini. I'm the director of Club Itaca Roma. Here behind me there is Francesco. Hi. Gaia. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Ludovica.
Hello.
And online with us there is Roberta, a
Hi.
member of the Vita Roma, and our guest today is Emily Olivero. She is a board member of Clubhouse Europe, and she is the director of the Clubhouse in Gibraltar. Hi Emily, how are you?
Hello. Well, fine, lovely to meet you all. My name is Emily Adamberry Olivero. I'm the CEO of Clubhouse Gibraltar, and I'm very proud to be so. I discovered the Clubhouse model in 2009. I went to the World Seminar in Florida, and at this stage, I had been campaigning for 17 years to improve the quality of life for people who were affected by mental illness. And I felt, we needed something. I didn't really know what I wanted, but I just wanted to strive to improve the quality of life. So I went to this seminar to explore whether the Clubhouse model would be suitable for Gibraltar, bearing in mind that it had started in New York, which is part of a very big state of the United States of America, and Gibraltar is a very small country at the southernmost tip of Europe. So I went a little bit skeptic, thinking how it's going to translate to Little Gibraltar. The conference was for 5 days. There was 750 delegates there. It was really amazing it's the first time I'd been to America. So really, I just was awestruck with everything. Before the 5 days were over, I was convinced that the Clubhouse model could work not only in Gibraltar, but everywhere in the world. Everything had been thought of. It was ingenious. It is fluid enough and structured enough to meet different cultures, different needs. And even to this day, my first intuitive feelings are still stuck. Clubhouse works. I fully endorse that motto. So by 2011, I started a Clubhouse in Gibraltar meeting once a week. I prepared the ground, immediately I came back from 2009, managed to get premises which were a little bit dilapidated, but we started determined once a week, and by 2013 we were open for 5 days a week, and we grew from strength to strength, strived through everything, and now this year in January 2020 we're in a fantastic new purposely styled premises, which are really something to be proud of for a country that's so limited in its resources. We can really be proud of what we've achieved, and there's a lot of room for us to be able to grow and progress. At the moment, we have around 200 members, and even despite COVID and not having be able to have too many people at one time, because we've moved from a smaller premises to bigger premises, we haven't reduced our daily attendance. We have around 20 to 25 persons coming on a daily basis. Members. That's in addition to the staff. And because they come at staggered hours, we can quite easily not have more than 20 at the same time. And people are really enjoying, they're getting involved in the work of the day, we're encouraging them, there's lots of work to do. We also have an on-site charity shop with a storeroom and the management of the donations. the business and administration unit, which is really state of the art, and an industrial kitchen, you know, with all our needs, is really wonderful. So we have not gone down with COVID. We've actually gone up because we moved in January and our lockdown was in March. So we just changed the way we communicated with everybody. We did a daily newsletter, and rang them up. We recruited a couple more mobiles. We kept in touch. And when I asked how the members were, everybody's okay. I said, I don't believe it. Scour the membership list. It can't be. Everybody can't be okay. And the biggest problem they had, some were a little bit bored. So it was really good. But we had already built relationships with them. So, and even some that we didn't communicate with a lot. It was really good. They all felt supported, and we felt, you know, this is too good to be true. But as I say, Clubhouse works.
Look, you're doing a great job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a great clubhouse. I'm very curious. I wish I could come over to visit your clubhouse. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Would you like to, the general conditions determined?
Would you like to ask?
Yes, Emily, would you like to ask you further questions about your role in the Clubhouse Europe board?
Yes, well, the seeds were sown, as I was saying, in Florida in 2009. I discovered there was a European meeting. It was called at the time the EPCD, which was the European Partnership for Clubhouse Development. And I was quite curious, you know, obviously a little part of Europe in America. And at the time, they were mentioning that they had lots of clubhouses in Scandinavia and northern parts of Europe, but they wanted to increase the clubhouses in the southern part of Europe. That hasn't changed. Italy was not there at the time. And, you know, hopefully we can progress in that direction. And I followed every time I went to an international European conference, I made sure that I went to the Clubhouse Europe board, and it was the EPCD at the time. And eventually I put my name down and got selected on the board in 2014. And I've remained ever since. Obviously with a vested interest in the development of clubhouses, especially in the Mediterranean and southern parts. So I think in that we are mutually agreed.
Yes, this is a very important point. I also look for a development of clubhouses in the Mediterranean areas, just like you. And I know that you candidate yourself also to the next board.
Sorry?
You candidate yourself for the next board.
Yes, that's right. I'm just as committed as I was before, and hopefully we'll find some way to make Clubhouse more visible to the wider European population.
Thank you so much.
It's very important. It was said in one conference, clubhouses seem to be the world's best kept secret. And when people discover it, they wonder why they hadn't heard of it before, and they would really have wished that they'd known about clubhouses a long time before they came across it.
Great, thank you so much. Maybe, Roberta, you want to ask something to our friend Emily.
Emily, the end of this decade, 2010-2020, gives the chance to look to our Clubhouse movement history and to imagine how we can start the next decade, 2020-2030. How do you see our movement's future?
As I was saying, we need to promote it more. We need to, I don't know, take it to the people. I think, you know, there are mental health conferences of all shapes and sizes. And I think we may need to work harder at becoming more visible within all mental health forums, because you only need to sow a few seeds, one person here and there, and other things can then fall into place. Sometimes it seems a waste of time, but you never know. It just takes one contact that can create a link to something else to make things happen. I have been sort of going to all sorts of different conferences over time, not so much lately, but through Mental Health Europe, and even went to Saragossa to the World Association for Psychosocial Rehabilitation. And in these forums, you know, people need to know that we exist.
Thank you.
I don't know if that makes sense, but
Yes.
we need to get out there.
I hope we are going to have a bright future. Next decade is a very challenging decade, I think.
Yes.
After COVID-19.
After COVID-19.
Yeah. After COVID, everything's changed. I think that even going to have to rewrite a lot of psychology books too.
We can take off our mask. We can take off our mask.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Emily, for your participation today. And
Thank you.
see you soon online for the conference.
Yes, we will meet
Yes.
18th of November to our conference.
Yes, we certainly will.
Please
Thank you for this opportunity.
participate with all the members of your clubhouse.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Ciao, ciao. Bye, ciao, Emily. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye.
Bye.